Hello all, welcome to my YouTube channel Skill RPA, and in this session we are going to continue with the same development, and under the series of real-time use cases we covered requirement walkthrough, EDD preparation, effort estimation, and the solution design as well, and we covered the development of the dispatcher as well. And from this session we will be starting with our init process and completely the performer, and we'll be starting with the init all applications from here. And we kept the dispatcher in the first line itself, like how we can just extract our information whatever is required for this process, and we updated it back to the queues. And also we taken the procurement anywhere application credentials, and we updated the credentials to the orchestrator credential asset. And in this we'll be starting with our init all applications. And here we don't require any URL to open this application. We just need to click on this procurement URL, which is this, and then we need to input our credentials. So let us start with our init development. So for this we need to go with attach browser instead of like opening browser, because here we need to click on an URL hyperlink where things will get opened up. So we'll use the click activity here now, and we identified it, and then it will open a new tab over there, and then we need to get the credentials of what we actually required, and we have a config here. So let us open the config file so that like we'll get the credential name. And our credential name is like procurement anywhere credentials. So I copied from there, and we'll use the get credential activity. And the credential name is underscore config, and we'll be keeping the name here .toString. And now we need to create the variables for username and password. So for username it will be procure anywhere username, and it will be procurement anywhere password. And here we are just passing in as an argument. So for a time being I just wanna give the credential name directly just to do the unit testing, and later we'll replace it. So what I'm trying to do is let me do one thing. Let me just capture this inside this double quote so that I won't get any error out of it. Just to want to make sure that like this will be logged in out. So I just gave the name here. And this needs to be in the double quote just to get the credential from this. And here, okay, we got a double quotes here, right? So just wanna save this for time being. So what I'm going to do is I'm just keeping this as a log message without getting any error. So here this will be clicked off, and we just need to go for this entering the username and password. So I just need to use typing to. and it will be procurement anywhere username. And then next is like type secure text for the password, which will be this place. And in the properties, we need to pass on the value where it actually, yeah, here it is, procurement password, enter. And then we need to click on sign in button to sign into the application. So almost we done with everything, but we just need to validate, cross validate the things here. So let me just go here. It's just giving that input, but I want to have the AA name because I was like in favor of the name. So we don't have the AA name here. We just look into the things. Here there is nothing AA name. I'm just trying to get the AA name from here, but we are not getting it out. Let us highlight that, but we don't have that, right? So I think we just need to, oops. So the, if you see here, right, I identified a wrong window. So I need to just, because see, after clicking here, it will be navigating to a new browser window. So for that, we need to go for another attached browser window, and we need to identify the next. And let us hit F2 so that we will get a 3 minutes delay, and then we can just use our mouse clicks. So now I got this, and now what we need to do is we just need to take these three into here. I think I have done some mistake in copy paste. Yeah, now we got it, and now we just need to highlight the things here so that like we'll get a proper selector, I guess. And now it is just an input. So I just want to go for and get the AA name as well. Okay, type email is correct. Placeholder email address is correct for me. And in case if I just really require an AA name, let us see. I'm not getting it. So this will be fine enough. So we just need to have a proper clearance, like in which we are typing actually. And for this password as well, like we got a password type, so that is enough. And here in the sign in button, we just need to look into the selector button. It just gave me the button, but there might be a chance that like I can get more buttons over here as well. So I'll just take a name as well. So it's got validated, sign in. And in case if some space is missing out, right, then I'll get a chance of like failure of this. So I'm just validating it, and now it is got done. So I just want to check that like this is clicking on this, and then it is logging into the application. So I just want to make sure that the things are working as expected for this particular flow. So click on this. So it should click on this automation anywhere, and then it should type in the email password and click on sign in. So everything is done, but the thing is like I just need to make sure that it got logged into the application. So what I'm doing is I'll just do element exists and a proper way that like I just want to make sure that this was got signed in. So for that, I'm just identifying this header just to make sure that it was got identified. So variable, I'll say procurement anywhere logged in. I'll just put a if condition here. In case if this is not logged in, I cannot read the PO details, right? So procurement logged in, and I'll just put a not here. Because I was a fond of person that like I just want everything to be in the then condition. So I'll use a throw activity here just to throw the application exception that failed to log into the procurement anywhere application. Failed to log in to procurement anywhere application. So it's done. So now my activity is done, but I just want to make sure that everything is working as expected. For let me remove this. It's not removing. Let me just put this in the asset value. So we just added, right, like last time. We just need to remove this two double quotes. We just need to have a one single quote. So here what we can do is get procurement anywhere credential. It's done. And we are going to attach here SCM application. So we logged into that and we are clicking on procurement application hyperlink. It's done. And then now what we need to do is we just need to attach the procurement anywhere application. Now we just need to type user email and we need to type password. I'm just trying to rename the activities so that like I'll be more sure where I'm getting an error. So in case if procurement application log in case if this logged in, if procurement app failed login, and we'll be throwing that failed to login procurement app. So now we try to log into this application. At the same time, we just evaluated the things, and in case if it is not logged in, we are trying to throw an exception. So let us do one thing. Let me close everything here, and we'll see that both the procurement application is open and the data is added to the queues. Because as we are not we don't have anything in the process transaction stage, so everything will be marked as a processed. So let me close all these things. Let us run this. So on every step, right, like we just need to validate or evaluate whatever we are doing, the development is working as expected. Because in case if we are not evaluating at the step by step, what will happen is it will create a problem for us in the further stages in order to debug the things. Yeah, it opened the application. It started reading the things like it tried to download the file in the backend with the help of HTTP request, as we discussed in the part one of our development series development. And now it will extract the information of username and password. And now I think it should go for the procurement anywhere. Then we type the username and the password and clicked on sign in. And now the sign in is successful. Then it should complete its execution, because we don't have anything in the process transaction, and everything whatever that we added, right, everything will be logged into or like marked into successful, because we don't have anything in the process, so we don't have any error. So now with this we completed with the init state, and we don't have anything, we doesn't require to do anything in terms of get transaction data, because we are using the queue items in the RE framework template. So there is nothing to do any changes in the get transaction. And what the changes we need to do is like we need to implement our process, and also we need to close the applications. So this is what we are going to do in the next session, and we are going trying to close all the applications in the next video or session. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe to Skill RPA YouTube channel.